Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the DCUO SourceCast. I am, of course, Trex, and alongside me, as always, and hopefully maybe permanent soon, we have Super Patriot.
What's up, everyone? We need like permanent soon.
Hold on, I'm getting there.
What?
There's a little bit of like a delay because I forgot to mute my stream, so that's happening right now. Hopefully that was
So Super Patriot's only a temporary guest?
there.
Yeah.
No, not you. Not you. Hold on.
Temporary guest for the past 3 years, folks.
Not you. You're not the temp. It's the other one. Not Vagrant either. It's the other one. And so.
Dang, SP, 3-year temp.
Ah!
3-year temp.
He hasn't filled out the proper paperwork yet. That's what's going on right now.
Okay. It's in the mail.
Exactly. Blame the post office. We also have Vagrant Gaming.
What's up, guys?
And the actual temp that we need to bring onto the full stream is, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back, Brittany.
Hi.
Wait, if she's the temp, then where's my latte?
I said temp, not intern.
No, still.
Wait, I think...
Dues.
Yeah.
You got
Actually-
a long internship.
Pix...
Yeah, I was 3 years. So.
I mean, Vagrant's going on his year, so he's getting there. So, thank you all so much for joining us, and I have to start this with wishing Farmer Bob from Odyssey a happy birthday. And we're going to sing happy birthday to her.
You're gonna sing happy birthday to her.
No one else is going to join in.
Nope.
No one. None of you guys.
I told you it was a solo, remember?
Am I geared for this solo? I think I'm missing the weapon.
Probably the one thing that you're geared for. The only thing.
Between me and you, you're the one that can carry a note. So
That's very true.
yeah.
Hold on, Tess is telling me to wait. Apparently Bob isn't here. I need Bob in chat. No, we're going to embarrass her. So we're going to wait for Bob to get in chat. Once she's in chat, and Tess will tell me, because I see Tess in here, I'm going to sing happy birthday to her, because I didn't know it was her birthday until Skype told me. And as soon as Skype told me this morning when I woke up, I'm like, Skype, you have just made this day amazing. She muted you? Oh, that's a... She muted me. Alright, once I know it's unmuted, I will sing happy birthday. Because Farmer Bob is a great lady, great player, and I support her league, Odyssey, to the full extent of the law.
Full extent of the law.
What?
I don't know. I went with it.
Yank these little phrases of yours out of.
In the air, man.
Something
In the air.
milkshake that you had?
There was bacon. I'm hyper. There was bacon in my milkshake.
Hot.
Peanut butter and bacon milkshake is like the best. It is the best. Okay, she's unmuted. Okay, so here you go, Bob. Happy birthday. So, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Bob. Happy birthday to you. There you go. There you go. Yay. Yeah. I have to clap myself?
Happy birthday. I don't know what to say after that, but happy birthday, Bob.
Happy birthday, Bob. Go Bucks.
I wasn't even trying. What the hell? I hate you guys.
You are...
This show sucks, man. This show sucks.
Sounds like
I'm
a
out.
member of the Lollipop Guild. Inspire, you're my new friend.
Now sing in Espanol. Feliz cumpleaños.
Feliz Navidad. I got nothing. I don't know this.
Feliz cumpleaños. Come on.
Then what's Feliz Navidad?
Merry Christmas.
Even better. You can't say no to Christmas. Christmas is amazing. Alright. You hate Feliz Navidad?
I hate that song. That was the most annoying Christmas song in the world.
Oh my god.
Oh. Oh, yeah, Trex is louder than everyone else because that's how Trex rolls. Let me actually mute myself, and I'll increase them. So, there you go. I do not know Spanish. I took Latin when I was in high school because I wanted an easy language that I didn't have to speak.
You wanted an easy language that nobody uses. So nobody could correct you on it.
Bob was apparently over in the DC chat, and I closed that chat because I couldn't mute myself. So, thank you, Bob. Thank you, Bob. You're very welcome. And I want to say now, I apologize for all the Goonie stuff this morning. I just wanted to be nice and wish you a happy birthday, but then Zikarat came on and the rest of the Galactic Goonies, and I realized the mistake I have made. So, you try it with the Bane voice? The one time Suck It Up Princess comes on, he wants to, what?
The flamboyant Bane voice. Do it.
Oh my god. Okay, hold on. Oh.
Don't do it. I was joking.
No, I'm doing it.
Oh, God.
This is how the show starts, guys.
Happy birthday to you.
I got nothing. That's all I got.
No, you should have said I'm gonna break your back on your birthday.
I'm going to break your back, Batman. All over Father Bob's knee.
First I will break your birthday. With the spirit.
all right. Doing the Batman voice. We're okay. This is the entire episode now. This entire episode. Happy birthday. Where's Rachel? I did put a cup over my mouth, Pixie, because that's how Bane does it. That's how everyone does it. So, thank you all so much for tuning in for that long-winded birthday thing.
and we apologize.
Semi-apologize. Not fully and truthfully. So, tonight we're going to be talking about Halls of Power Part 2 that is on the live servers, and it's only available for members right now. It will be coming out for everyone else next week. We're going to talk about a little bit of what's going on the forums as well. Talk about more about Game Update 47 because there's still some gripes, there's still some bugs coming out, and some stuff that's happening onto the test server that I really actually should open up on my other computer because it's open. And there's also something else. So, all right, let's figure out how everybody's week was. How's everybody's week, Super Patriot?
Mine was all right. Better week than last week. I had a lot of fun with the new content we're going to be talking about here. So, good week.
All right.
Good week.
Vagrant?
Fantastic happening, but, you know.
What you got, Vagrant?
It's been really good. I like all the new stuff that's come out. So, yeah. I don't know what else you want me to say other than I'm happy.
We're not having an arrow moment right now, sir, okay? I don't need you driving... well, fuck, I don't care about spoilers. I'm not going to need you driving off into the sunset just saying, I'm happy, okay? Calm down.
I didn't really like that ending.
I did too!
It was kind of stupid, but...
Alright,
Anyways,
Brittany, how's your week been?
Pretty good. Been having a lot of fun on the game. Like Super Patriot said with this DLC that we're going to be talking about here pretty soon.
Alright. Alright, I'm glad everybody's having a good week. That's really nice to know. I'm really happy for my friends who are having a good day. Good week, even. Because I care. I care. So, some news that... Really? I do. Halfly. So, news that came out, that broke out today, coming from DC Comics, of all places. DC Comics revealed that they're bringing out the Bombshell. The Bombshell cover. The Bombshell covers were a few months back. It was a special month of just pin-up style art covers for the New 52 comic books that was coming out for that month. I actually have a few. I don't know. I know they're actually beside me, but I'm not gonna pull them out. But I got a Green Lantern, a Catwoman, Wonder Woman. It was like really great stuff. And so, because of how popular they all were, DC Comics has decided to make it an official book coming out in August. So it's going to be the DC Bombshells issue 1 coming out in August. Cute Meps, very cute. So with that, they also revealed that players for DC Universe Online will be getting some Bombshell Legends characters and a Bombshell episode. Now, we don't know when this episode is coming out. Maybe August, maybe September. I don't know. I'm not even sure. I think it's going to be the first month. I think Brittany told me it was going to be the first monthly content that we get, which I can go with.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I told you I read that wrong. So
according to DC Comics, we're getting an episode around the Bombshells in August. That's according to DC Comics. According to Meps on FNL tonight, he said, late summer, early fall. But I'm going with what DC Comics says because they own, because technically they own the license.
So what you're saying?
Daybreak is just renting it.
Wow.
So
that happens.
August, Meps, make it happen. Make it happen, or it's your fault, Meps. Like everything else.
Dang. Dang.
Well, come on, that guy gets blamed for everything, dude. Seriously.
That he does, actually. That he does.
Quantum's OP, Meps. It's all your fault. Fix it.
All right. So, with the Bombshells, have any of you guys actually seen any of the Bombshell art or covers?
I have. I saw it when they first put it. The first time they did it, and I've seen the recent images too and everything like that. I really like it. I mean, I've always been a fan of. Growing up, I was a huge fan of World War II aircraft. The P-51 Mustangs, the B-27s,
exactly.
Like that. And seeing those images. I mean, that's just iconic. Seeing those images. Painted on the sides of the aircraft and everything. So I thought it was a really cool concept. Have I read the comics centered around those? No, I haven't. so I have no idea what to expect. However, I have some speculations that I would love to get into, and I know how much you love to speculate. Because I think it was SJ tweeted out asking, what we would like to see in an episode, in a Bombshells episode or something like that, earlier today. And I replied to it. And I'm trying to find it. But I saw Ticken also replied to it as well.
Because that's what Ticken does.
I need to go to my notifications. See here. But no, it was basically it was centered around the whole okay. SJ just tweeted out, it's a thing and all that, about the Bombshell thing and all that. And Ticken was like, I can't wait to see what kind of story you come up with. And I was just like, Rip Hunter, and Booster Gold. Do it.
Well, we were definitely going to be talking about the new DC TV stuff at the end of the episode as well. So stay tuned for that, because, oh my god, I'm already drooling. Sorry. DC TV is better than movies. I'm saying it now. Screw Batman versus Superman. So I'm really excited for the Bombshell stuff, and I honestly want to see some styles for the players out there around the Bombshell stuff.
That's what I'm saying too. I'm saying it's like not just the Bombshells and all that, but World War II era, themed styles from what their costumes looked like back then. During the World War II, like Superman, Batman, the Flash, and all those guys. Just to see, those, era styles of costumes introduced in the game, I think would be awesome. I think it would be awesome.
All right, and
more styles, please.
Yes, agreed. So I'm not sure what the Bombshell Legends characters will be. Most likely they'll be on the marketplace and on the vendor, but I'm really excited to see what the first monthly episode is going to be, especially with it being Bombshells. I can't wait to see what the.
I imagine, with the bombshells we're going to see, as far as Legends, they're going to be reskins, kind of like we have the featured Batman and the featured Harley. They'll just be reskins of the current Legends and everything we have like that. But I mean, it's just going to be cool to see them, and I'm sure they'll be priced for less on the marketplace than what the actual Legends character costs.
Yep. I mean, it would be nice to finally get some reskins other than Batman.
Burn.
Yeah.
Right? Oh, man.
It was his 75th.
Skins can you have?
It was his big 75th.
It was the 75th anniversary for Batman, and this year is the 75th anniversary for the Flash. We still don't even have Flash in the Legends. Come on.
And year before Batman's was the 75th anniversary of Superman. Where's the
Who?
reskins of him?
Who?
Don't sit there and go who.
I don't know this person.
If it wasn't for Superman started it all. Come on, man. You know this. Don't even.
No.
Don't even.
Yeah.
Don't even. No.
Now Batman came. Now Batman came first.
Shame on you. Shame on you. How did he come first when it fixed? Oh my god.
See, now I'm just trolling. But yes, there are too many Batman skins. Now we'll have more skins. No more skins. More skins. So let's talk a little bit about FNL, Friday Night Legends. I think I actually have an image for it still. No, I do not. Wow, I really cleaned house on this.
Trex, I really want you to answer this question.
What's the question?
DCUO, the error, says, what do y'all do when you're streaming and y'all have to fart? He says he's always wondered. He says he's always wondered.
Just let it go.
It's such a random ass question.
I have to say, it's never happened.
Lies.
You're not in my room. Shut up. I've never pooted on stream.
Pixie says she just rips it.
Yeah, of course she does.
She has a nice big bowl of chili right before she streams.
Yeah.
I went AFK for like 5 seconds. Holy crap. Do it.
Alright, so FNL, apparently I don't have an image anymore. I really should have updated this. So, FNL, we had Meps on the stream, and we also had Thomas, aka T Lantern, one of the content designers, on the stream. It was awesome to meet another fellow Green Lantern, which you can't see it, but I did tweet it, that I am also wearing my Green Lantern shirt. I was wearing it all day. And I put my red Lantern ring on just for it. Just for the occasion. Because I have to represent my Reds. Represent my Reds.
Thanks. I appreciate that, man.
So, and they had Odyssey, our favorite, well, at least my favorite league in the game. They had Odyssey US, not the EU. There are two there.
Do you even like your own league, Trex?
I Suit Up merged with the remake, and the few people I've ran with, I mean, they're really nice. I mean, I like them. I like them.
Okay.
They're nice people.
You don't sound too convinced of that, but alright.
You don't like the content that they have a feat named after them in.
I'm still waiting for the SourceCast feat, alright? That's what I'm waiting for. But no, I mean, I've only been with them for maybe about a month. And so I'm still learning the ropes and learning everybody, learning alts and stuff. But I mean, it's a really fun league. I'm still in that transition phase of learning. So.
Wait, what happened to your old league?
Suit Up, because people weren't really too active, we merged with another league. So we merged with the remake.
Oh.
Yeah, I mean, Suit Up is still there because I still have characters in it, like my alts, and I'm not really going to move them over to the remake because they're alts. They don't matter right now.
Right.
Yeah.
What do we say to our alts? Not today. Today.
Yeah, I mean, because like playing an alt in this game is so terrible. Like it's such a money grab. It's insane. I can't complete content on my alt because everything's too well powered. It's horrible. It's just bad.
I wasn't.
I feel like even if
that was a Game of Thrones reference, Trex. Where did you grab that from, man? I was making a Game of Thrones reference, and you're all like, DCUO's a money grab. I can't play my alts.
Yeah. So I was going off on my thing because I don't watch Game of Thrones, so I didn't get your thing. So I don't know what to tell you. All right. So they had Odyssey on, and they ran through the fatal exams alert. Or the operation, I'm sorry, the operation, which can't really be called an operation when it's only 2 locations, and you're in the first location for maybe a minute or 2.
I think it's because it starts off in a league hall. That's why it's considered an operation.
And it still doesn't count toward the alert feat.
just rename them Alert Operation. That way, it goes towards the alert counts.
Exactly.
It's 3 zones.
Oh, what the hell?
Whoa, hello, vet.
You start off in Necropolis, you go to New Genesis, and then you go to freaking the energy chamber. It's 3 zones.
What kind of ghost shit is this? What just happened? Where did Meps come from?
Why do I have a feeling Meps joined the call just so he can get on here and correct Vagrant?
What did I didn't say that there was only like 2 locations. I said
that was me.
Rename alerts, or rename operations, alert, operation. That's all I said.
Hey, Meps.
It's an operation if you go from outside of one zone into another zone. Period, paragraph. That's an operation.
Okay.
And there were 3 zones.
Well,
That's all I'm saying.
Not with fail operations. I mean, you can queue while you're in New Genesis, but I mean, you're really just in your league hall, and then you move into.
Meps is like this muff right here.
I'm okay. I love fail exams is my favorite. I love it, but I was just like, I was curious, like, why is it an operation when it's only 2 locations? I was expecting like more location.
He's like, you gonna correct me? I'm the community manager.
Is he like gonna go Godfather on me right now? Just waiting for the guy to come in and just whack me? He's being really silent right now, it's scaring me.
It's not the day of his daughter's wedding. He can't.
Predicting next time Trex logs on to his tune, his inventory is going to be even more messed up than it is now.
Like he's gonna notice, though.
That's all he does. That's
Hey, Beth, what's going on? How was your week?
He left the call.
He's gone.
Damn.
Like, I don't know what the hell was. What was, I don't know what that was. That was scary right there.
I'm sure he instantly regretted it.
All right, so yeah, they did the fatal exam operation, which is an operation apparently. Please don't kill me. And
3 zone.
Technically, it's only 2 because there's no New Genesis and fatal exams. It's whatever. Anyways, I'm not gonna argue anymore. And then they grabbed Odyssey, the rest of the crew, and went into New Genesis now, which is like an actual bigger operation, which it's more than 2 places. They didn't get too far because, of course, the stream got cut. Oh, he was talking about New Genesis now. Gotcha. See, that's an operation. Yeah, okay, gotcha. 2 zones. I understand, sir. So I'm sorry. I didn't know what I was doing. I'm sorry. Warning Meps language. Thank you, Grid. So, it was awesome to see them play. T-Lantern didn't do too bad as well. Sadly enough, he did die, and Meps had to go through a lot of prizes for the chat. So hopefully everyone enjoyed their all good stuff. What
was the aura he gave away?
Ooh, what was that aura?
Radiant.
Ooh, a radiant. Nice. That's good stuff. All right, so and that was FNL, was a Let's Play with Odyssey with T Lantern, and my question was not asked in chat because I asked it, it wasn't answered. So when is T Lantern gonna hop on the SourceCast? I think having a content designer would be really cool.
That would be awesome.
So, alright, so be sure to check out FNL. I believe the next FNL is on the 29th, and I think that's the double tournament, PC and PS3. Or, I'm sorry, PC and PS. Sorry, PlayStation 4. Sorry. So join us. You'll actually find me and Super Patriot on FNL on the 29th for the double tournament, which can't wait for that funsies. So be sure to head over to twitch.tv/DCUniverseOnline to give them a follow and tune in to Friday Night Legends at 4 p.m. It's 4 p.m., 7 p.m., 4 p.m. Pacific, 7 p.m. Eastern. So now let's talk about the good stuff. Halls of Power Part 2. Yes. Okay, so I'm gonna go first. Favorite piece of content in there is Fatal Exams. Love Fatal Exams because it brings so much mechanic to the game.
It's an operation.
I was waiting because I saw him rejoin the call. I was just...
Welcome back, buddy!
Quick, ask him, how was his week?
How was your week, Nebs?
It was a great week. We launched a DLC pack. I mean, an episode.
Yeah.
Smooth.
Hey, I've got a new word for you guys. I mean, I know you guys can't use the word soon anymore, right? I know you especially didn't want to use it tonight on FNL. So the new phrase for you to use now is eventually.
Eventually? That's a good synonym. Did you have to look that up?
Ooh!
No, I didn't have to look that up at all.
That's great.
Those classes are really paying off, Meps.
So yeah, we're just going into our favorite pieces of content. Mine is Fatal Exams because I just love how mechanic driven everything is in there. I know, I think Pinrin said that he was a gadget DPS and blew through the first boss, which you have to use the shields. You have to bring down the shields to get to the boss to make him weaker. And I know on my stream last night, or not, the night before, we had a Quantum DPS, and the Quantum DTS basically burnt her down so fast before the shields really came up. And we pretty much ignored the mechanic for that fight. So thank you, Quantum DPS. Thank you. I mean, if you
switched over to mental, and it hits really freaking hard, too. I don't know how hard Quantum's hitting, because apparently I read on forums that they were hitting harder now.
Huh. That's
Whether
cool.
or not that's true.
And so I have to ask, everyone's completed the wind tunnel feat, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And thank you, Brittany, for the block and roll suggestion. Great, thank you for that. It was one of those things I wanted to just really farm on test to figure out how it works, because it was the only one I couldn't really figure out how to do. But then we finally got on. Okay, so true story. Because I don't think you'll see this on the video, my VOD, unless you were at the stream. So I ran it with some of the Galactic Goonies. I ran with Toad, Zikarak, and D. Miles. The first time we tried to do it, we didn't do it. We failed at it. But then the second time, I think we had like a minute left in it. We're like, screw this. I started yelling out what everybody needed to do. It's like, I'm standing here, I'm blocking, go. Roll. Just roll, guys, just go. But apparently before we ran those instances, Toad was with Odyssey, with Bob and them, and they tried doing it, and they couldn't do it. And then Toad joins my group, and we get it done. So I had no choice but to rub it into Zaus and Bob a little bit. It's like, yeah, feels good. Feels good. And Zik, it was not you, it was me. I led the team to victory. I have the film. It's all, the footage is there. I led that team. I told people to block, roll. It wasn't my fault D Miles can't roll to the node correctly and just kept missing it every roll. Still love you, Miles, though. That was super hilarious, though. But I also got a chance to play the new Genesis Now, which is so much fun. Thank you, Steppenwolf. Thank you so much. Never got knocked off, though. I've never gotten knocked off, but it was still fun.
Yeah, there's a little bug going on right now, I think, still with it. Because I was tanking it last night, and I got knocked off that damn platform 3 times, and all 3 times Steppenwolf jumped off the platform to chase me down. And I was able to get back up onto the platform, but then he reset completely. It's like we almost had him completely burned down, and he knocks me off the platform. I managed to break out and keep myself alive so I can fly back up there. And they're like, oh my god, he reset. And I'm like, what? Yeah.
He's just like, nah, man, I'm not done with you.
I mean, I like the whole concept of that platform and everything, but I think it's a little frustrating with a couple of these little bugs that are going on, especially the day one bug that was going on with it.
Yeah, we ran it, and I know I have like this whole fail video prepared that I need to edit down, but we couldn't get them down, sadly enough. I think we kept getting them down to like 25%, but then there would be too many ads, and it would just they just wouldn't listen. They just like completely ignored me. So I was like, fine, whatever, kill everybody. Like I care, everybody dies. Shoot, I care. Please stop hitting my friends.
So you need to stay on the platform.
Well, I'm on the platform.
There is you didn't freaking die just by leaving the platform, in my opinion.
I never left the platform. I never got knocked off.
Soups.
Oh, well, that's Soups, yes. Well.
No, I mean, it's not like I jumped off the platform willingly. I mean, I got knocked off of the platform. I was able to get back up to it, but he jumped off the platform to follow me. And then when I got up there, he like shows back up and he's completely reset.
So yeah,
it's not like I jumped off it on purpose, sir. I was tanking.
No, you're basically like, is Pixie in this group? She is. All right, you guys handle this. I'm out. Woo!
She was in one of the groups last night, and then her internet started lagging out. So here's one thing you guys don't know about Pixie. All right, her internet lags out at the same time every night when she puts her son to bed. And we came to the conclusion last night, we think he's downloading porn.
Oh my god!
So,
I met that little dude. What? I can't believe him.
Starting early.
It's amazing how Meps ever comes into these calls. So New Genesis Now. I might not been able to beat it, but just I'm really loving that raid. Really loving it. So, but Fatal Exams is still my favorite. It is still my favorite. So, Super Patriot. Yeah. Yes, that's right, Miles. At least we tried, and we will try again because, and I have to give a shout out once again to the guys from Galactic Goonies and also Mermaid from Justice Girls for joining us on the stream and also for the run. We tried to get like Farmer Bob and Zouse and some people from Odyssey for the run, but they realized it was a Galactic Goonies run and they said no. And I was like, well, did you tell Bob I was in it? And they're like, hell no. So,
ow, what's up with that?
That's okay. I gave her this nice happy birthday song, so now she will join the streams. So we didn't fail too bad. We laughed a lot, but it was still a fun raid. That's all you need. You still have fun. Still have fun. So, let's see. Super Patriot, what have you liked about this DLC or about this episode? Sorry, this episode.
I'm really liking the open world. The duos are fun. They're not tedious, which is always a good thing with duos. The alert, I'm really liking the alert as regards to the teamwork involved in it. You gotta pay attention to what you're doing in each in each test in order to get those feats and not just get the the individual feats from it, but to get the perfect grade, you've got to go through and you've got to do each and every single one of those things perfectly. I have yet to run into Kid Flash. I keep hearing bad things about him.
They ran into him tonight on the stream. They ran into him in FNL, and maybe it's because it was Odyssey, but I didn't see any issues.
Yeah, just wait till you're in there with
Well,
him.
I mean,
Very
I'm not saying like glitches or anything like that, or he's OP. Yeah, just like Brittany said, he's very annoying because he's untankable, basically. So, other than that, I mean, the new Genesis Now alert. I'm having a lot of fun with that. I'm sorry, the raid. I had a lot of fun in there and everything running that. Even with the a couple times I got knocked off that platform. But the Happiness Home, have not quite figured that out yet. We're gonna try and get in there again, though, this weekend probably, and try and get that knocked out there. I was hoping to run it last night, and we didn't have a second tank on last night for some reason. So we'll see.
All right,
we'll see. Brittany's beating it though, from what I understand.
Well, of
yeah,
course.
we beat the Elite Raid.
Oh, you beat the Elite?
Yeah.
Oh,
well,
I did
congrats.
not know that much. Good job.
Oh. it's not as hard as Throne, just because I don't think there are a ton of mechanics as Throne had. So on that sense, it's a lot easier. And plus, you don't need 3 tanks for it. So that's also a nice little thing about it. But yeah.
Okay. Well, since we're already on you, Britt, what's your favorite thing about the episode?
I definitely like the raids. I really like those. So probably that's my favorite thing. But just some small things I really like about the episode is when you're out in the open world in New Genesis, you don't have to roll on collections. If your group is close enough to wherever the collection node is, everybody in your group gets that collection, which is freaking awesome.
I did not know that.
It's the same with, I guess trash items that drop. It just goes to people, so you don't have to roll on that either. So I'm really hoping that the collection thing is something that they implement for all the collections in the game, because it's really annoying having to roll on collections when you're in a group. Like, I don't know why we have to do that.
I feel like rolling is going to be slowly phased out.
I hope so.
To where it's completely gone.
Yeah, I really, really hope so. Because, like, we used to have to roll on, what do you call
everything.
Bits. And I never understood why we had to roll on bits. And then they got rid of that. And I thought that maybe that eventually they would get rid of rolling on collections. Like, it would just be the person who picked up the collection got it. Or it would be like how it is now, everybody that's within range gets the collection, which I think is freaking awesome. So
yeah,
I really hope that's something. But I do like Super Patriot said, I love the outdoor area or the open world area. I like that you don't necessarily have to go to one specific area to do the daily. You can go to whichever, like, I don't know if there's like 3 or 4 zones that you can go to complete your mission. So I really like the variety there. And plus I just like New Genesis. It's just beautiful. It's just a really well done area. So
it really is. I guess next would be me.
Correct.
So I'm probably gonna have to say that the New Genesis area is gorgeous. I really like the way that it turned out. Every time I go in there, it kind of makes me feel like how it was during launch, almost. It's not as big, but when I go in there, I'm always looking for a collection or maybe an investigation I might have missed. And then seeing a lot of players in there is always awesome, too. I think they did a really good job there. The only thing that it's missing is a PvP objective.
It's the bounty. That's the PvP objective.
Not necessarily. I'm talking about, like, just in general a PvP objective to do. But all in all, the episode is great, and Honestly, it felt like not too long ago we got Amazon Fury Part 2. So it's great that it comes out so fast now.
Yeah, and that was actually 3 months in between the DLCs too, which was kind of surprising. That you get that feeling that it came out really quick. But the one thing that I would say that I'm not, this is a small little thing that I'm not is I can't automatically teleport to New Genesis with my Urgent Warfronts teleport mod.
Oh, I don't like that either.
And from what I understand, though, somebody brought that up to Spittle on Twitter, and he's tweeted back to them saying, thanks for the input and everything. We'll look into it. So hopefully we'll be able to.
What's the problem?
Soon. You can't, the Urgent Warfronts teleporter mod for your lair?
Yeah.
No, there's no option to go to New Genesis.
Oh, yeah, because it allows you to go to Metropolis, Battlezone, and Gotham, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you can go to all the Battlezone, all the Urgent Warfront area, Central City, Gotham Wastelands, all that stuff and everything, but you can't go to New Genesis. Which I was like, but
Dang it, I actually have to walk there.
It's like, gosh darn it, I didn't want to go to the Watchtower. Ah! This is horrible. So,
oh wait, another cool thing are the styles that you get from the collections and the briefings and investigation.
I was about to. That's exactly where I was going to go. Start off with was your nice ponytail that you have back there.
Right? Oh my gosh, I love that they're introducing new hairstyles and stuff through I think one of them is from a collection. I think another one is from either a briefing or investigation. But I love them. I'm so happy that they're doing that, and
it started with the St. Patty's Day event.
Yeah. Oh, it's so cool.
So where did you get? Is it just her hairstyle, or was it the mask that came with the hairstyle as well?
Yeah, it's a whole entire head piece. Yeah.
Okay.
Guys don't get the ponytail, I don't think. Just it's for females that get.
No, we don't.
Oh, what kind of crap is that? No. I want to rock a ponytail.
That sucks.
Beware.
I see him too.
The things I could tell you about hairstyles.
Oh, new hairstyles confirmed.
Hey, he leaves. That's all he's doing. That's all he's gonna do. Okay, so
that happening.
So we just get the bandaged face and everything for the guys.
Yeah.
We couldn't even get like a little mohawk in the back or something, a shorter ponytail.
Nope.
Well, I will say congratulations to the female players then and the characters, because you guys don't have a lot going for you in terms of hairstyles and stuff, and you guys have really been asking for it. So congratulations on your ponytail, and I'm going to sit here jealous.
Well, can't you get... I can't tell if it's Granny Goodness' hairstyle or if it's Mad... Is it Mad Harriet?
I think it's Granny.
Is it Granny?
Yeah,
okay, that's what I thought.
Yeah.
But yeah, you can get her hairstyle, which is... I like it as well.
Yeah, people in chat were...
That hairstyle is ridiculous.
People in chat were telling it's like a lion's mane?
I like it. It's different. I think that's why I like it, is because it's so different. Plus, it's just... It looks more... I guess current than some of the more the female hairstyles just don't. They look kind of outdated. So this one just looks
fresh.
Somewhat, I don't know.
Well, it's also new, so of course it's gonna be great.
Oh my God, D Miles brings up a good point. Can we please get a mullet in the game for munitions? I need a mullet now.
Mullet from you. I think the closest we're gonna get is that Granny Goodness.
Oh, I'm gonna have to now tweet SJ. It's like, please, we need a mullet. I need a mullet now. So another thing that came out with this episode, and it's only tied into this episode right now, is in fact probably everyone's favorite thing, is the loot menu. This thing.
Yeah.
Oh, I've liked it, but it wasn't until I got two 98 back pieces, and a lair piece. I'm like, I'm gonna go with the lair item. Like, I love this because it was a hard choice now because I had to either go with an upgrade to my gear or a third world item that I didn't have for my base. It became a struggle, and that struggle was real.
You're so good.
But I am happy to say that
I'm just gonna ignore how creepy that sounded, Vagrant. I'm gonna try
be
to
creepy.
ignore how creepy that sounded.
No, be creepy, Vagrant, because you know what? It is good. It is good. It's so. Brittany, join in with this.
There's very little in this game that I dislike anymore. Very, very little. It's so good.
And you know what? I want to say that I'm actually super happy that there is 98 gear because my DPS was 108 and I'm not 112. Thank you. I feel so much better. So now I can actually DPS fairly well. Not too much. I try. But so that is still an issue. And I think that more or less draws the issue to the players who came into Halls of Power Part 2, like Super Patriot and Brittany, that 112, 114, you guys are already high level, so the 98 gear had nothing for you. Is that right? I mean, you can even use it for your for alternative, for armory stuff. That 98 was just nothing to you?
Yeah, pretty much for my alts as well. I mean, most of my alts, at least like the three alts that I have that are currently at endgame level, you know, I can play this content with them. I had gotten 98 pieces for all of them for their DPS side at least. So even that 98 gear is even useless kind of for them. So I was able to, you know, at least I was able to get the lair item feat done pretty quickly. Because I was like, well, that's a 50-point feat. I'll just give this lair item to my main.
Boom.
And I'll have that knocked out. I mean, I'm sure Brittany did the same thing. I mean,
Yeah.
Brittany did, yeah, I mean, did you went after lair items before you went after drops, didn't you? Unless they were 110?
Yeah, I definitely put the lair items over the 98 pieces. There's, yeah. No need for them at all.
So you just been choosing lair items right off the bat?
Well, it depends on what it is. If I had a choice between like a 110 and a layer item, I'd choose a 110 piece. But if it was, all it was like a generator mod that was below, was like 7.1 or 7.2, or a base item or 98 gear, I'd choose the base item.
Yeah, and since you brought up the generator mod stuff, that was a struggle to see on the forums and even in TSI chat, where folks were talking about the 7.1 was the weakest. It was like weaker than 6.3, and MEPS came out and said that, well, they coincide with one another. So the 7.1 is stronger than the 6.1, where the 7.3 is better than the 6.3. So a 6.3 is going to be higher than 7.1, it seems. So apparently that's supposed to happen. Which I've just started actually using my generator mods. So yay. Thank you for that too. I am fully into my everything in my mainframe. I have every single boost now, and I feel strong. So strong.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you, Brittany. That's all I wanted to hear. Thank you.
To the party, but congratulations, Trex.
Thank you, Brittany. That's all I wanted to hear was just a congrats. Thank you. And it's mainly because it's now a lot more affordable to me. Because now I don't have to spend 15,000 marks of triumph and try to do math where, no, thank you. So now I used all my triumphs to max out all my all my upgrades, or whatever, and then I just had my backup, my sidekick, and my orbital strike. I had to buy the boost for them, so I was like, boom, done. So I feel good. I feel really good. It's opened up a whole new thing. I just gotta remember to use orbital strike more in DPS, because I do not. I forget. It's basically everybody's waiting for him to talk.
Uh-huh.
I'm just.
Thing with mods. You're totally right, Trex. Like, the 0.3 replaces a 0.3, the 0.2 replaces a 0.2. But if you happen to slot out multiple, multiple things of the same thing, like 2 might mods or whatever, that's not working right now. So I think some of the confusion there is people seeing that stat not being added properly if you're slotting out multiple of the same.
Oh,
that's a bug. We're fixing it.
Another question too. The thing about the total, was that fixed today with the total recovery kits? Not being able to use them on the new vendor gear.
Did that go out today or is that tomorrow? I don't remember. Let me check.
I couldn't remember if that was in the patch notes or not for today.
Yeah, we were gonna go over them after our Love Fest of Halls of Power Part 2. But
total recovery kits were fixed this morning. Yep.
Okay.
Nice. There you go.
Yeah, another thing that was also fixed yesterday was the bounty in New Genesis.
Yes.
We didn't get to experience that on test because it was bugged there, but apparently I thought it was fixed before it left test, and I guess the bug came back when it hit live, and then now it's finally fixed. All good and go, because I definitely defeated Calabac like twice, because I wasn't in the group the first time.
You all right over there?
Neps, I don't know what to say. The game's just so good.
You might want to leave the ball. Yeah.
I gotta go play. I can't wait.
I might go out for. I'm supposed to. I probably going out with my friend for pizza tonight, and that might get canceled, so I can play more too.
Shut your mouth. Tell me that it's good.
What? Thank you, Vagrant. Yes. Okay. Well. So yeah, Halls of Power Part 2 is really good. We're having a lot of fun with it. It hits onto the marketplace for premium and free to play next week. Do we have a date yet, or is there still just saying next week?
It should be Tuesday.
Should be Tuesday. Should be Tuesday.
Just tell free to play members and premium members that it's so good.
It's so good.
Look, I can't predict the future, Trex. I'm not magical maps.
Right, bat maps. Sure, you have a plan for everything. Understood. Oh, Michael Grid, hashtag HoP2 it.
Yes.
I see what he did there.
I tried to start that hashtag and nobody would go for it. Like, HoP2 it? Let's kick. Never mind. It was a bad
hashtag.
I didn't see it.
So good.
I didn't see it. If I saw it, I would have definitely spammed the hell out of it. Because that's a good hashtag. Good job, community manager. Good job. See? Meps does his job.
Too
And
legit to hop.
Too legit to hop? Is this now at midnight where the hashtag war is just going to be create a hashtag with hop in it?
No, because we need to talk about what else happened this week.
That is true. So moving off of Halls of Power Part 2, which, by the way, it's so good.
It's so good.
It's so good.
I was gonna put that as like if there was if they were to do like a movie poster type thing for the DLC, it would be like in quotation marks. It's so good.
No, it have Steppenwolf on his knees, and he's kind of looking at the person. He's just like, it's so good.
Wow.
Oh man.
So, as Meps said on FNL tonight, Game Update 48 has hit the PC test server. So, Game Update 48 is not really a lot of meat that Game Update 47 and some other game updates has, but that's okay because not everything can have meat. But this game update still has substance. First things first, coming up is Item Restore. Now players will have the opportunity to restore deleted items to their inventory. The old trash can icon in the inventory screen has been replaced with a new green one. The trash can still functions as it did before, but now clicking on this button will allow players to see the last 20 items deleted from that character. On PlayStation, for you guys, navigate to an open inventory slot and press the triangle button to access this list. Choose an item from the list and simply hit Restore. Item Restore costs 100 station cash or marketplace cash per item, and members receive 1 free item restore a month per account.
So good.
What?
I'm just waiting for Trex to go, I need an adult.
There's adults on this call. And I know these adults. There's no adults.
At first I was going to be like, Game Update 48, it's alright. Because personally, I don't really have these problems where I delete something accidentally, or let alone delete a character accidentally or something like that. I don't really have other characters to delete. I just have my main.
I've never accidentally deleted a character. I don't know how you can accidentally delete a character.
Don't you have to spell delete, or you have to spell the character's name?
You have to be on the character select screen. You have to physically actually decide that you want to delete a character, and then you have to type in that character's name. So, like, if Brittany was to go to her screen and say, she wants to delete unexceptional, from her character list, and it's like, I mean, how do you accidentally type in the wrong name? That makes no sense to me whatsoever. I mean,
no, it's more like, well, someone's like gets on, they're like, I don't really want this character anymore. They do it, and then they're just like, oh, F word. That character had something important, or something like that.
Oh snap! Michael Gray comes in with a point. What if someone hacks your account and deletes your stuff, SP? With this, that can never happen.
This is true. But that's
true.
That's true. But honestly, a person's account, security is partially their responsibility. So sharing an account with somebody is something you should be doing anyways. On top of that, we should also have special assurances from, those who, house our accounts. Daybreak for the PC guys out there, PSN for us PlayStation players and all that. They should be giving us certain assurances. I know Brittany feels the same way about this. I do. That, there is no way somebody's going to be able to hack out into our PSN accounts.
All right, so sadly, I can't turn the stream. I'm on the game on test on my gaming PC, and I can't show it on the stream because apparently when I was watching Netflix on my other computer, apparently my capture card's like, oh, HDCP, can't do this, can't stream this. I'm like, I wasn't trying to stream it, you jackass. So, and I never restarted it, so I can't stream it. But, I made you screenshots on Twitter or something. I don't know. So, moving on. And by the way, another item to our membership benefits. Thank you. Pretty awesome. Now it makes me want to delete stuff on purpose just to use the feature. It's like, it's free. I have to use it. So, important item flag. Players can now flag items in their inventory to protect them from accidental salvage, deletion, or sale. Location in the inventory UI is a new field marked with an asterisk. Okay, I actually see it right here. Let me actually move it over. It says toggle important. Important items cannot be sold or salvaged. All right, that's what shows up. And then the item actually has this asterisk on it. So you're in your inventory, the asterisk will show up on that item in the corner. Pretty boss. There's also another icon. What the hell is that? Oh, snap. I think there's an armory. There's an armory icon. I'm looking
it's like a little, it's like a helmet.
Yeah, that's so awesome. Oh, I have a lockbox. I did not know this. Sorry. Finishing this. Dragging the item into the field, and you'll see the item become marked in the upper left-hand corner of the item's icon. On PlayStation, press down on the L3 button to toggle the flag on and off. This means it is now an important item. This item will no longer appear on any vendor list for sale, will be absent from the salvage list in the R&D vendor, and can no longer be sold on the broker, will not appear in the League Donation UI, cannot be traded, and can no longer be deleted without an additional warning prompt. Items used in an armory build will behave similarly to important items and will be marked in the upper left-hand corner with a helmet. Yes, sweet. So, there you go. Leave scrolls alone. Scrolls are nice. That's a whole different thing. Ignore changes. All right, for the ignore list. The ignore list has had... I'm sorry, let's talk about the important flag. How we feel about it.
Finally. Finally.
All right, we got finally. We got a chuckle. Anything else about it?
Now I can get back those grays that I never wanted.
So good.
Well, I mean, I do know a couple. I do know a couple of people who, have, on occasion, they've salvaged, a piece here or there that they did not mean to, and all that. I know for a fact that they cannot wait for this update to come along so that they can flag their stuff and say, no, don't salvage that, So I mean, I think it's a good, it's a nice quality of life issue, and it's something that's going to untie, customer service's hands so they can deal with more important matters than I deleted my hands by accident because I wasn't paying attention, even though it asked me 3 times if I wanted to salvage it, because there was a mod in there and all that stuff. So yeah.
Grid, I will agree. We do need a button that says "Sell all gray items." We do need that.
Yeah. You know what I would like to see?
What we need first is when you respec your skill points, there needs to be just you toggle for each kill point you want to use. It shouldn't ask me every time I want to spend each individual point, do I want to do this?
Well, see, that keeps you from having to respec. Or that keeps you from, if you make a mistake, then you go back and, start all over again. But my suggestion was something along the lines of what you just said here. I would like to see something along the lines that where, we could just respec an individual weapon tree.
Needs to happen.
Yeah.
So when you're 150 skill points into respecing your skill points and you screw up, you don't have to go back and start over from the beginning.
Or you could just have it to where it's a better menu system. It just needs to have an overhaul.
We need a new UI.
No, we don't say those words.
It doesn't have to be a new UI. Just freaking improve it. I said, put it this way. I shouldn't have to be asked 6 times if I want to increase my might. 30 points.
You're going to make Mets call in. Stop it.
And then when I notice, oh crap, I forgot to put in my movement mode skill point. They do it all.
Been there.
I did that a lot. You know what I do? I go straight to movement mode first.
Yep.
Straight to movement mode first.
There was one I did it where it was like, what? How come I can't get my hand blaster mastered? You don't want to know why? Because I forgot to get it. And I was like, I'm the night. I logged off. I was like,
I've heard of people rage quitting after a bad raid. I've heard of people rage quitting after a bad PvP match. I've never heard of somebody rage quitting because they screwed up respecing their skill points.
Oh, it's annoying when you do everything and you forget the 2 weapon masteries. Oh my god.
All right, moving on. All right, for the ignore changes, I'm changing the title. I'm changing into Halls of Power Part 2. Quotations, so good. There, it's up there now. All right, so ignore changes. The ignore list has had its functionality expanded. Ignoring another player will now prevent being put into PvE instances with someone on your ignore list when you queue. Players will also not be put on the same team with someone on their ignore list when queued for PvP. This only works at the time of queue. Therefore, placing someone on your ignore list while queue will not update properly until you fully re-queue for all PvE and PvP instances. Thank you for that clarification, too, because someone was going to ask.
it's so good.
There was extra moaning.
It's so good. When you ignore someone, you can't get into the same instance as them.
We went from birthdays to this. Where's the segue?
I don't think. Okay, one, I don't think Meps is going to be joining the call anytime soon again. 2, I'm waiting for Brittany to leave.
You okay, Brett?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay. Oh wait, are you good?
Deep down, she's just going like, when Halls of Power came out, she was like, "God damn, this is so good."
She's so good right now. So good. All right, so how we feel about the ignore changes. Now, at the same time, this is not including the functionality of account-wide ignore. This is not including that. But
It's coming. Hashtag eventually.
Hashtag eventually. But I will say, you know what? It makes me want to log into my main character because I don't think I have ignored anyone on the game. Correction, I have ignored one person on the game.
Very small amount because PC doesn't have a lot of a-holes.
That's true.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
On PlayStation, I'm sure I can probably ignore a lot of people.
Dude, I could just log into the PlayStation server and someone would curse me out.
Probably.
I'm not saying that won't happen. I'm not saying that won't happen. I'm just saying, I'm sure there's an equal ratio of, assholes on PC.
There is.
Not more.
There is, but we don't hear their voice.
Well, I've
don't have to
never
hear their voice either.
really had a day where I've logged in and was like, man, everybody sucks. No, I think most people on PC know how an MMO works. They're not coming from Call of Duty.
I will somewhat agree with that. There are still the a-holes. There are still the a-holes, but you can only tell an a-hole on PC on how they're acting with their character, or if they actually have the time to actually type their frustration against the world and their virginity. But on PlayStation, though, you can hear it, and you're just like, ignore. I could ignore all day. If I hear one child, yeah, bitch, how you like that? Ignore. No, done. Done. Low tolerance, sir.
Yeah, bitch, how you like that?
Like, why are you treating Superman like that? We shouldn't be doing this. Yep. Okay, moving on. Next one is the vote kick changes. Each player will now has... Oh my god, Meps.
Will now has?
Each player will... Wait! Each player will now has an individual cooldown for starting a vote kick.
He's gonna come back and be like, operations.
It's so good.
I was gonna say that.
Alright, this timer will activate if a player initiates a vote kick or votes in favor of a vote kick, whether or not the vote succeeds or fails. Voting to oppose a kick will not activate the timer. When on cooldown, you are still eligible to vote if someone else initiates a vote kick. That's going to be some learning to do. I really wish I was able to actually show you guys videos so I could visually show you guys, because on paper it is a little confusing, just a bit. But okay, so vote kick changes. Who vote kicks a lot? Not Super Patriot, because he has a league.
I don't, honestly.
I don't really. I mean, it just depends. I don't know. It just depends on the situation.
You mean to tell me you've never vote kicked OP? I like the answer.
I mean, I've thought about it like 100 million times, but actually doing it, no.
It's always the thought that counts.
I think the last time I pugged was like back in 1991 or something like that.
That was a long time ago, buddy.
Yeah. Hey, Meps.
What's the timer?
Oh crap.
What is the time?
You'll be like, that's correct. You gotta.
It does not show the time for, or it doesn't say on here. Meps, do we have a time on the cooldown for the vote kick?
He's waiting for his chance.
All silent. I told you to stop breathing into the microphone.
But I'm not.
And tell your fan to stop breathing.
I don't do that.
You don't breathe?
I'm a superhero, remember?
Alright, well, while Meps collects his silent thoughts, just gonna move on. For bases, the base item icons have had their art updated for better messaging. The base colors will now change correctly when teleporting to a base of the same theme. And the spring seasonal base item, Blooming Vine Divider, has been corrected to have flowers. We have powers for Earth. Brick will now properly animate both arms when using Jackhammer. Oh my god, that's so dirty.
I know. I wondered what he was only doing with the one arm when he was doing Jackhammer.
Do we have an Earth person, an Earth tank in the chat that can verify this for us, please?
I used to play Earth. It used to be my favorite power.
I had fun with it. I had fun. I may get back on it. For vendors, items in the vendor repair list will now have correct tooltip information. The trade, apparently it's on PC test only. Fixed a crash that could occur when trading items. That's bad. For raid, the Gates of Taurus adjusted the number of NPCs that could spawn at once. Pine Battleground. Okay, this actually seems to be stuff that we've already known. For the armory, PC test only, decreased the in-combat cooldown for armory swapping from 10 to 5 minutes.
So good.
What? Best night ever.
That is so good, though. I do like that. It changes to the armor.
I do too.
That is so good.
It's so good, guys. You don't even realize, guys. It's just so good.
Now everybody's in chat.
You're the odd one out. Hurry up and do this.
Can't.
Come on. Oh, come on, please. Please. I will give you a PSN card. I won't even give it away. I'll just give it to you.
Nah, I'm good.
She's like,
Are you so good?
You're good? Are you so good?
Oh my.
We almost had her. All right, so that's what's on PC test right now. Let's talk about the server hotfixes that happened to live servers for the past couple of days, which were so good.
Say that again. I was busy looking at chat.
It was just so good. All right, so the first hotfix from May 13th. This was the one with the Gates of Taurus and Gates of Taurus adjusted the number of NPCs that could spawn at once and adjusted the basic the basic attacks so that some could be countered. In Empire Battleground, reduced the lethality of abilities on Brainiac minions and adjusted the basic attacks so some could be countered. For Halls of Power Part 2, this is the biggie. Let's see. For New Genesis Now, they fixed the issue where Steppenwolf could suddenly get KO'd and players would not get credit or loot. Thank you to Brittany and Super Patriot and I guess some people on the forums for pointing this out.
All the unfortunate people that were in our raid groups.
Yeah. Poor bastards.
I mean, it was cool getting that, getting the feet, at the end there for, doing all the switches, not missing any of the switches or anything like that. It was cool getting the 50-point feet. It was cool getting the headline. Was not great not getting any loot. Oh my god.
DCO spec shots.
Yeah.
So good league recruiting. So good people. So good for him.
I love joining that league. They're so good.
Sorry.
So good. Must have and talk in moans.
So how you guys doing?
It's just like no. I would imagine like running Love and War. Just like Blanc.
Oh my god. I don't know what's going on.
Essence is out.
I'm crying. I can't.
So
oh my god.
okay, so
You need an adult.
I am an adult.
But maps, it's so good.
Meps, can you be the adult?
It's too good. I can't. Okay.
Oh man. Alright, so crap, I think I cried too. Alright, another
that was real good.
Another fix that they got on Steppenwolf was that he can't win. This happened around the same time as on that first day, that you could use explosive block on your feet and he would explode off the platform. He dies.
And it was.
And you still got loot.
Oh, nice.
So
I so wanted to just use explosive block for a change as a tank and try it out just once.
I am considering on grabbing it. Actually, I think I have it on another set of tank boots, but I'm thinking about using it on the Steppenwolf fight to take care of those freaking ads.
No, don't do that. No, don't do that, Trex. No.
See, you say that, now I have to do it. Now I want to witness this. I want to record what happens and show the world that bad things can happen.
No, I can tell you right now, bad things happen, all right? Because I remember when Home Tour first came out, and I got the explosive foot. I put the explosive block mod in my feet, and I was tanking Dawn. All right, I was tanking the last boss of Dawn. We're in there fighting Tala. You know, we got
Right.
the clowns and all that coming out and everything like that. And
Yeah.
I'm explosive blocking them all over the freaking place and killing everybody in my group.
Oh.
I can tell you right now, it goes badly.
Yeah, but see, that was like so long ago. Things have changed. Things got updated. I'm sure it doesn't do that now.
No, because I've seen like DPS explosive block the bosses. Whenever they do their occasional, it's like, okay, I'm gonna go hit this guy real quick and I'll be back to you, tank thing. They'll like lunge over at the DPS and everything. I've seen them explosive block the boss back to me, which is kind of funny, but but yeah, it does happen.
Okay. For the bounty, the new Genesis bounty bosses now spawn. Thank you. To do the bosses, there are whether 3 or 4 nodes that you have to activate. I think it's 4. You have to activate the nodes, defend it, because enemies will spawn, and you also have the mobs already around the area that would just like, oh, fun stuff is happening over here. Let's go see what they're doing, Jeff. Sure thing, Bill. And they join the fight. Once you get all 4 of them, and also villains can interrupt this process too, by the way. So I mean, if a villain someone on the opposite faction has one of those nodes or started it, you're kind of SOL. You have to wait, and most likely have to start everything back over. So so you just pay attention to people in your area. Jeff and Bill are the parademons I was talking to. That's who they were. Grid. So.
Are they related to Biggs and Wedge?
I don't think so. I'm sure that's a reference I don't get.
Oh, man.
What? That's Star Wars.
Oh,
I definitely wouldn't have gotten it.
Turning your nerd card right now.
Everyone knows I'm not a Star Wars fan.
So
I watched
bad.
Star Wars for the
So
cinematography. I didn't really care much about the story. It's a space
Shut
opera.
up. You're a Jar Jar fan. You know it.
Oh, please! I would have cut that mofo in half the minute he spoke the first syllable.
So you didn't go for the cinematography. There you go. See, now I just caught you in a lie.
Hey!
Lied to everybody.
I know bad characters when I see it. Jar Jar was a bad character. All right, that was just a bad character, and I also don't like the prequels. Those, no, I didn't like them. Original trilogy for the win. For the collections, the new Genesis. For the collections, to fix an issue where a collection node could not be accessed. Thank you. And then here, now this is a biggie. The Marks of Victory rewards. Okay, the relevancy of lower level tiers has been expanded to include some amount of overlap into the next tier. The amount of overlap is determined by the maximum combat rating achievable from content within that tier +1. That means that a tier only loses relevancy when there are no longer any worthwhile upgrades available within it, and you have earned meaningful rewards in the next tier. So, example, your tier 1. What's the highest CR for tier 1? 42? This is CR 42? That's where the cap ends for tier 1?
I don't know.
Okay, I'm just going to go with it. 42. So, 42 is the CR cap. At 43, you are supposed to go into tier 2. Now you don't have to. Now you could sit at CR 43 and still run your tier 1 content. They gave you this buffer. They gave us this buffer. So in that tier 1, you can collect all the tier styles, you can even get like 100 Marks of Victory. Get the cap. You get the cap, and then once you run a tier 2 content, something from tier 2, and you get a piece of gear in that run, you are officially tier 2. Okay, so basically you stay at tier 1 and you stay there until you're like, okay, I'm ready to go on. And you go into tier 2, boom, now you're tier 2 once you get a piece. And that's how it goes. Tier 6 does not have this. This is only for tier 1 through tier 5. Alright, this is where it goes. So, thoughts on this change?
I would have liked a little bit more overlapping with Tier 6 and Tier 7, to be honest with you.
Same.
At least previous DLC.
I was definitely I was going to go into that because that's one of the things from the forums that I was going to bring to the table as well. But since we're already there, Marks of Victory rewards changes the tier thing. Have at thee. Now the game isn't forcing you to do something. Now you have that choice. You can choose to go to the next tier. So if you haven't collected everything from Tier 1 and you still want marks from Tier 1, don't go to Tier 2. Just don't queue for anything there. Stay where you are. Okay? Because once you go to Tier 2, you can't go back to Tier 1. You just can't. I mean, you can go back, but you won't get marks from that content. You still get feats, styles, all that stuff. But you will not get marks from that tier when you move on. So yeah. Let's bring that up. So, Halls of Power Part 2 launched for members, and we jumped in. Everyone's basically already 111. You walk in, we're done. But now, folks are hitting that, what's the cap for AF2? 116?
Yeah.
Alright, so you're at 116, you can still do AF2 content. But then you get the CR 117, and you're cut off. Bye-bye AF2.
Yeah.
So now we only have the 6 pieces of content here within Halls of Power Part 2. So
I mean, which I understand. I understand that they want to keep the new freshness as relevant as long as possible. I do understand that. But it would be nice to be able to go back at least in the previous DLC content. Honestly, what I would like to see them do is add. When you get monthly reward boxes in the raids, I would like to see them add like 2 marks of victory in those reward boxes in older content.
In the lower level.
So I mean
stuff.
that would, yeah. I mean, so that way it would help entice people a little bit more to go back into older content and run it.
Yeah, that would. Well, I think there's like a glitch right now where that does happen. You do get marks of victory in older monthly and weekly boxes.
Really?
Yeah,
because
so.
I walked into Batcave after the update dropped. Just walked in the outer just to see how the difficulty was going to be, and obviously it was still a cakewalk. But I got the reward box. I didn't get any extra marks.
Someone from my guild said that they got one in a reward box.
I'm okay with no marks coming from older content. I'm sorry, I'm the bad guy. I don't give a shit about lower level content anymore because I don't run it.
Well, I mean, most games work that way.
Exactly. I came from older MMOs where once, I mean, shoot, even the queue from World of Warcraft, you can't queue into stuff once you get higher IM level. Once your IM level is so high, it's like you can't even queue in for it. You have to literally walk up to it, but you still don't get anything from it besides gear. So I already had the mindset for the past 10 or so years that once you're higher than that lower level content, that's meaningless to you. And there's no reason for you to go back unless you want to have some fun. And which, yeah, go have some fun. But don't expect anything from it, like anything good. But, I mean, I'm sorry. The only content that I see that I need to run, sure, I need some feats from lower level stuff. I still need some styles. But that's not on my mind to do right now. The only content I feel like I really need to get back to do is War of the Light Part 2 in Amazon Fury Part 2. I completely missed out on War of the Light Part 2. I completely skipped that content, and I need to go back. But am I expecting marks from it? No. Do I want marks from it? Not really. I don't care. I mean, I have my content I can get marks from. I'm going in there really just to complete my styles and feats. So I'm already in the mindset that, oh, well, it's lower level. I don't need it. I don't care. I don't need the marks. So, I mean...
Well, like, I'm not looking for marks from, like, old content. I think it's just difficult with this new DLC because we're somewhat limited right now.
We're hindered. Yeah, we're hindered.
more so than any of the other DLC. And come 3 months from now, when we get the first new episode, I don't think it'll feel like that anymore, because we'll have more content to run, and then the next month we'll get some more content. And I mean, there's a pretty big CR differential or range there, so we'll have a lot of stuff to run like 6 months from now. But starting out, it's difficult because, like for myself, I mean, I have all the styles, I have all the feats from all the older content, so I really don't need to run that. I'm not looking for marks from that, but basically what I can run is very limited unless I decide to use replay badges to reset the content to get more marks. So I think that's what the part of the issue is, I think, for some people. But like I said, I completely get the no mark. I don't need marks from running like a tier 1 duo. That's kind of ridiculous. But it is kind of hard for higher end players who, you know, are done with everything, and that this is like the new content, you know, the shiny new thing, but you can only run a certain amount of it to get rewards, and that's it. There's nothing else that you can run. Because before, with symbols, you could still run, I mean, all the tier 6 stuff, you wouldn't get the symbols for the current, you know, DLC, but you could still get Marks of Fury. So there was still that reward there, and you could still do that. But now, with the change in marks, you really can't. So, I mean,
see,
you
the
can.
thing is, actually, I had this discussion with a league mate of mine the other day when the update first dropped. Is the fact that, I mean, we would have seen this anyways, even if they had kept it to where DLC 7 introduced a new mark, and, you know, with a new tier like they always do, and then, you know, tier 6 Alter got turned into Triumph. We would still only have this DLC to earn the current marks in.
Yep.
Right.
It's not like you can run a tier 6 raid and then convert the Triumph to marks of blah blah.
Yeah, and that's basically where I feel that Brittany was right, where some of the grief is coming from the fact that we have 6 pieces of content to get our marks of victory, and players want more because we've always had more because of the 2 mark system, and so now they want the Lord of the Little content should give those marks as compensation. And that's what's really difficult with this episode, because Halls of Power Part 2 is the transition episode.
Right.
Because this is our first 6 pieces of content going into the 12 pieces of content cycle. And we have this episode for the next 3-4 months. And so during that 3 or 4 months, that 6 pieces of content, I guess, is supposed to limit us to progress slowly. I mean, like normal players who doesn't use replay badges will progress kind of normally to get their gear, get the vendor stuff, and then by the time they complete that set, they'll have maybe a little bit of leeway, a little bit of free time, and then comes the next episode, and that will start the monthly stuff. So this episode is definitely hard, and I understand why people want the lower marks because of the content that we're missing out on. But that extra stuff is coming. We just have to be a little patient and understand this is the transition episode, and it's just gonna be patient. We just have to wait.
Yeah, I mean, the only thing that is really different after the currency convergence is you don't run older content to take care of your rent. You now have to run current content to take care of your rent, which is why they made it to where it lasts 2 months instead of only 1 month.
Right, and also, you know, I mean, the costs are a lot, you know, well, I won't get into it too much, but the costs are a lot, the costs are lower than what they would have been if they had kept the boosts in there. You know, the boost 1s and boost 2s in there as well.
Trex wanted it to be 50.
Mm-hmm.
And there's and of course Cersei on the forums that I'm surprised I haven't blocked him or her yet. It's shocking, really. He or she come up with this with idea of the marks of style, which instead of the vendor that we have with vendor unit 00, using Marks of Victory. It will instead use Marks of Styles, and you get Marks of Styles from completing lower level instances. No.
We don't need another form of currency, like flooding the already huge ass currency wall that we have.
Yeah, I only want to specifically focus on either the main currency or the little tokens from the events, from the holiday events. That's all I want to focus on. Because having to focus on those symbols was already tough as it is. And then working on Marks of Triumph, and you had Marks of Fear at the time. Marks of Triumph was like so astronomical. The cap is at 75,000. Oh my god, it's so large. I don't want to deal with this anymore. I'm done. So no more currencies. We're at Marks of Victory. Sure, I'm not happy with the name, but whatever. Now we have 2 MOVs, and it gets confusing a bit when people want to talk about it and they don't elaborate correctly. It's like, I'm talking about PvP. It's like, well, I'm not in this conversation because I don't PvP. So it's so frustrating. But we're good with the universal mark right now, and I am happy with how the pricing is for everything so far. I'm leveling up my munitions character, and I can't wait to experience the new leveling process with how content is with the tier bands, with the relevancy bands. And Eclipso will never be fixed because Pixie doesn't want him fixed. Understood. Pixie, we're not fixing Eclipso. Enjoy those wipe fests. Or, learn the mechanics. Hashtag, I'm your friend. And let's take a look. There's actually a couple more hot fixes. Apparently there was a PS4 client hotfix. I'm sorry, I skipped one. Server hotfix. Oh yeah, this is from today. For NPC armor mitigation, they corrected an issue with NPC and player pet stats, causing them to prevent less damage than intended, with the highest CR NPCs preventing almost no damage at all. NPC and player pet armor now reduces incoming damage by 15% as it did prior to game update 47. For mainframes, the Penetrating Strikes technical mod, which is apparently the #1 mod, it now ignores 33% of an NPC's defense. For players, it ignores 3,700 toughness. I'm rounding. I'm whatever. And this returns it to the strength that it had prior to game update 47. Controller defense debuffs now reduce NPC's total defense by 33%. This lowers the NPC damage prevention by 15% to 10%, and returning these debuffs to the strength they had prior to gameplay 47. So you see, they're fixing some stuff. Fix the UI, fix an issue that could cause your equipped combat rating to display incorrectly, aka you could be CR 30 or 0. Brittany.
What?
That happened to you. Moving on.
I mean, it didn't happen to me per se, but somebody else in my group, and yeah. I don't really want to elaborate because I'm not sure if a lot of people know what you know.
You don't have to say names. But we know it was OP.
Select few hacks.
Yeah, exactly. Yes. Select few hacks. Yeah.
So,
I don't know, the other day I logged in after game update 47 hit, and it's like the first time I had ever played, I was CR0. And I thought to myself, this is pretty alright.
And also for rating stuff, they still are looking into the issue where if you pick up an artifact weapon from the raids, your CR goes down by like 10.
oh my god.
So, Zeus, or what was it, Zauz?
It's Zeus.
I know it's Zeus. I'm really offended that Mess didn't know. He's not going to call it, is he? Okay. Zeus brought it up to T-Lantern when they were in the New Genesis Now raid. And so now they'll take a look at that. But T-Lantern, if you're listening as well, or especially Meps, it's happening, and Amazon Fury Part 2, right? Happened in there. In which one's the Cerberus again? Hall of Hades. It happened there. Yeah, when you pick up the weapons in there, like the cloak and stuff, RCR definitely went down, and that was not fun. That was not cool. And then for powers, for Quantum, correct an issue that may cause unexpected damage fluctuations against multiple targets. These are fixes, not nerfs.
Ha!
They're fixes. And then for generator mods, this is it. All version 7 support, health, and power, and offensive generator mods will now grant the stat listed when you install more than one of the same type in the generator. And these are also still continuously being fixed as well. And then for Halls of Power Part 2, for Happiness Home, they fixed an issue where Zoom would refuse to enter the arena. That's annoying. And they also fixed an issue where Aquaman and Zoom would grant loot at the wrong time.
Oh, yes.
Was that
yeah,
not...
like it would have. So in the elite part of the raid, when you had both bosses out, like we took out Zoom first, I think, and then you got the loot thing that pops up. So you still have Aquaman up, and you're trying to kill Aquaman, and you have to roll on loot, or not roll, but decide what you want. It's kind of annoying. So.
All right, and then for the feat, for resource recovery, they updated the description for the feat. Not much of a choice. I'm not sure what they... What was the issue with that?
It was counting... So when you go to the duo, you get that option to pick one of the 3...
wait!
Types of... The thing for Miracle, so...
Yeah!
Control, heal. It wasn't counting properly. So, it like when I did it, I picked the Troller one, and it was counting for the tank one. The tank power. But if you picked all 3 different ones, like you didn't pick the same one twice, you would still get the feat. Like, you'd still get credit for it. It was just counting incorrectly. Yeah. So, that's what I reported in the thread.
I was looking at my feats Wednesday, and I noticed that because I looked at it, I'm like, wait a minute. I did controller, and then I also did healer, but I only got credit for controller. And I was like, I looked at it, I'm like, something's wrong here. But okay, thank you, Brittany.
You're welcome.
CRT added again. Bug stomping. For research and development total recovery kit, they fixed a bug where exobytes couldn't be recovered from tier 7 mods. There you go. And then the headline for New Genesis Now for Celestial City Saved and Celestial City Sabotaged fixed an issue where the headline was using the wrong icon. Cool. And then for gear, they fixed some item level... the item level 108 vendor gear and weapons are no longer salvageable. Thank you, Radium. And then some items will now have the proper socket affinity bonus precision value, which looks to be like a bunch of the... rings. It's just a bunch of rings. There's the list. The list is on the forums. I'm not going to go straight into it. PS4 client fix. What did you guys have? They fixed the crash that could occur when launching DC Universe Online while the game is still installing in the background.
Which, I don't know why you would try to launch the damn game while you're installing. It does not make any sense to me.
Thank you. I agree. Alright, and then finally, the hotfix coming out tomorrow. And it's not color-coded. There is no color to this, sir. But, okay, moving on. He's not going to call... Okay, he hasn't called yet. Okay. For the 8-player for New Genesis Now, defeating Steppenwolf or Lightway should now always complete the operation properly. And the feat Chambermaid... Nice. That's so good. Should now always be granted if no secures were interrupted. For Happiness Home, they fixed issues where bosses would sometimes refuse to enter the arena. As far as I can tell, Happiness Home just has bosses refusing to do shit.
You have to, reset the fight. So you basically just need to leave the area, the little room and then come back in and they'll come out. But it was just kind of an annoyance, really, to have to do that every time.
Okay. For failed exams, they made some changes to the league hall portion of the operation so that there should be no chance of players teleporting in or rallying behind the bulkhead door outside of play space. What?
So when you teleport into there, like into that room, you know the actual entrance, if you were just in your league hall, you would teleport behind that blocked door. Like one person would usually get stuck back there. So you know how it's closed off? That door is closed off. You would get you would spawn in behind that door, and you'd basically just be stuck there until the cutscene happened, and then you'd go into the next area.
Okay. It's cool.
That never happened to you?
Never.
Oh, that's weird. Usually
Never seen it.
Happened to one person in our group.
See, that's the thing. It's like some of these bugs, they don't happen to everybody, but when it happens to someone, it's your responsibility as a member of this community to report it. Internets. Stuff can't get fixed if you don't report it. Just like you can't stop a fire if it doesn't get reported. Sorry, that was a spiel. That was a rant on a YouTube commenter. Sorry. He actually said, "What's the point of?" He does not get a check from Daybreak Games, so why should he report bugs?
Ha.
Does he not want the game to work properly?
I guess.
Nah, man. He ain't down for that.
And then finally, for the League Hall malfunction, the parademon or bug enemies in the final boss fight will come out a bit sooner now. And they updated the coordinated quarantine feat description to better explain that you need to finish the duo in order to get the feat. And then that's all the hotfixes. And that server hotfix is coming out tomorrow. So, yeah. Fun stuff.
Right.
Broken game stays broken. That's right. If it's not broken, why fix it? No, this crap is broken. We need to fix it. But yes, as players of this game and any player of any game, if you encounter a bug or an issue, you need to report it to the game developers, either through social media or on the specific forums, because it won't get fixed until you report it and they have a chance to look at it. So you just can't sit there twiddling your thumbs. It's like, oh, someone else will do it. No, most likely they won't, because they might not experience it. Like, I looked at some of those bugs on the issue tracker, and I'm like, this happens? Smurf's bug from a couple weeks ago.
Oh my God, Smurf!
Right?
I don't know how he figured that. I don't know.
That's
how
what
he
I'm
figured
saying. Jeez, that is. Oh my God! Like,
So-
how do you figure that out and then remember every single step that you took to do? Like, what? I don't.
So I go into stealth, and then I use an ability, and then I phone my mom, tell her about the ability, then I call my congressman, and I write down a note, I do my homework, and then I hit an attack, and there's the bug.
Nah, you forgot to click your heels 3 times. Twirl in a circle 5 times.
I turned my PS4. I hit the power button on my PS4 5 times. And
You do a dance? You spin it around 3 times?
Jesus Christ.
I mean, jeez.
Can you tell him to stop trying to look for glitches and maybe, like...
I've told him to stop trying to break the game.
Go to freaking, like... Go earn some feats or something.
Damn it, Smurf! Stop fixing the game. Stop trying to break the game and play it.
I don't get it. How? How do you... What?
That's the best way to do it, though. Just, go into Clown Box, have someone, like, quantum tunnel into you so you get, like, launched across the whole universe. Some shit like that.
But you get your armory 4 times with 4 different weapons. Like, what?
Although there was a glitch. There was a glitch that happened to my league where we were in survival mode and someone quantum tunneled below the stage.
Sorry. That's funny. That's funny right there. But Decon does have a point. If it is broken, tell Ticken. You can find her over at on Twitter at Ticken DCUO. Tell her, she'll fix it.
Will she give me 100 station cash
No.
per report?
No.
Why not?
Because that's not good. That's not.
Come on, man. Come on, man.
No, what are you doing right now? Now I'm uncomfortable.
Just pass me that shit. Come on.
Wow.
Yeah.
So, all right. So I promised at the beginning of the show that we would end it talking about DC TV. So this week, okay. First, I'm not going to talk about the Arrow season finale.
You didn't think it was so good?
It was. Oh god, it was so good.
So good.
I'm not going to talk about Flash. And by the way, the Flash season finale is next Tuesday. Be sure to tune into it. And then they released the trailer
For Legends of Tomorrow.
Ah! So good!
They got the one.
Suki! Oh my god, it was so awesome.
They got the white canary in there. When I saw that, it was like, have you ever seen that South Park meme where it's Randy Marsh in like that room, but he's got his pants down. And he's just
it's the episode they lost the internet.
Yeah, and he's like, it's so good.
I'm done. I'm finished. So Legends of Tomorrow is coming out early 2016. So most likely it's going to be what Agent Carter was to Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is going to be a little stuff in between the break of Arrow and Flash. And oh man,
It should be a black chick.
Grid Shup.
That would be right.
Do not be that person right now on the internet. I don't need to see that on the internet right now. I don't know anything about this White Canary. I feel it's a new thing that they.
She's in comic books, actually.
Is she in the comic book?
Yeah, I had to look it up.
Okay. I never knew about a White Canary, so I was like, "Are you just doing this for the TV show so we can give Katie something to do?" You know.
Apparently, it's a thing.
Which either way, I'm okay because Katie is Katie. She needs to be everywhere. But yeah, so we have the lineup for this thing. We got Hawk Girl, we got Atom, we got White Canary, we got Firestorm, we got Captain Cold, we got Heatwave, and we got Rory. Rory is in this. Oh, I'm sorry. Rip Hunter. You guys know him as Rip Hunter. I know him as Rory Williams from Doctor Who. The Centurion. Yes.
And then Oliver Queen's like, "Yo, bitches, we're gonna be fighting Victor Zsasz."
Vandal Savage.
Thank you.
Savage.
There you go.
I F that all up.
Vandal effing Savage.
It was like, this man has been living forever. I thought the one guy that walked in was gonna be like, "Hey, I'm Booster Gold," because he's like, "I'm from the future."
Oh yeah. When he walked in,
they've gotta put Booster in this.
they have to. They have no choice. They have
He basically claps his hands and goes like, "Bitches, I'm from the future."
to. In that British tone that Rory brings. Rory is a Doctor Who thing. Yes, I watched Doctor Who, but I've seen Star Wars. I'm just not a big fan of it. I've seen all 6 of the movies, and yes, I will be there for Episode 7 because I have to see this. I have to see everyone complain about this weird lightsaber that everyone hates, that they don't understand because the internet is weird. Yeah. But yeah, so we got Rip Hunter, who brings the team together. I don't even care about Arrow and Flash being there. It's like, yeah, we brought this together. No, Rip Hunter brought this idea to you, Oliver. Okay? He brought this. And so, in the scenes that they showed in the trailer was Flash being there. So Flash is going to be in I guess in some of the episodes we might have even Arrow in some of it, and they travel to the future. Wait, do they travel to the future? I can't remember. It sounded like that Hunter says, like, we'll have to go to the future.
I think it's more of like they may have to go in the past thing.
I don't even know.
I don't know, because, I mean, Vandal's crew kind of has, like, pew, 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 pew. And no one else has that kind of thing.
I wonder when, who's going to play Vandal Savage.
I have to give it to DC and everyone for the fact that we don't know who's playing Vandal Savage. Or at least I have not done enough looking into and research, because I don't know who's playing him. I just don't.
Me.
You're not playing Vandal Savage.
Gingers can't be villains. Racist mother.
Gingers can only be villains because they're the ones with no souls.
Nah, see, that can go both ways, because in Elder Scrolls Online, we are apparently everywhere, because as you play Elder Scrolls Online, you're called the Soulless One. So, just saying, there's a lot of...
What's the name of it again? What's the name of the special again? Legends of what?
Legends of Tomorrow. Legends of Tomorrow. So that's on the CW, and that is within the Arrowverse. That's what it's called. That's where everyone needs to get on board with. It's the Arrowverse, because Arrow started it all. Where I'm still waiting for... Hey, TNT, I'm still waiting for some Titan stuff here. Where's
All I know is CW is like, look, Cartoon Network, since you're fucking up the DC blog, this is how you do it.
Now, with that said, I do enjoy Teen Titans Go. It has grown on.
Jackson? Who is Jay Jackson? Sorry, who is Jay Jackson in the comics?
Me.
Jay Jackson.
Jay Jackson.
Jade.
Jay. Jay.
Jay. Okay.
It's me.
Jay Jackson, DC.
Come on, guys. You know, I'm in the comic books.
Let me find out, because I don't know. Oh, it's a black guy. Oh, I'm sorry. That's right. Jay Jackson is supposed to be. Crap. Where is it? I don't think they actually. That's supposed to be like a new character.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a new character. They didn't say who it is, but his background, all the background within there, says Cyborg.
That's what I was thinking.
Everything.
I just saw him. He's listed on the cast and crew for the on IMDb for him.
Yeah, see, that's me.
Yeah, they haven't given him a character name. And at the same time, we can't use Cyborg because he's in the movie. And they won't cross, and we also will not have a Jon Stewart in the DC TV because he's in part of the movie.
Just because I'm in the movies doesn't mean I can't be in there, guys. Come on.
I'm sure your contract says otherwise.
Don't give me that. I can do my own contract.
Yeah, good luck with that, son. But all right, so CW is basically scooping up all this awesome, and I want to say now that was actually the second giddy. I got really freaking giddy and like squeed at work. I threw my hands up, made a whole big scene in my little hut.
Wait, did you say you squirted?
I squeed, man. I squeed.
Oh, you squeed.
I did that. I had no choice. My mouth was covered. I jumped up. I was so excited. Like I had all this adrenaline in me after watching it. But that was Legend of Tomorrow. That was the second time that happened that day. The first time was coming from the CBS for Supergirl.
Super good.
Yeah, I'm actually hyped for that. I was wary of it before because
it's
they
CBS.
Always, well, not just because it's CBS, but because I mean, every time they try to do something with Superman or that area, you know, they always screw it up, man. I mean, Man of Steel was probably the better of the Superman movies since Superman 2, and considering the fact there was Superman.
He's Superman. He's Superman. The Spider-Man con.
And man, you been drinking?
No, but that would be so good right now.
Dude, I'm going to show Chicago, man, for pizza and beer.
I was just really, really worried that they were going to be really corny with Supergirl. And honestly, when I was watching that 6-minute trailer, the whole time I was kind of getting, I got a Buffy the Vampire Slayer vibe from it. That's what I got from it. So I'm like,
you're not the only one about that.
I think this is going to work, huh?
You're not the only one. Some other of my friends had that same vibe as well.
Yeah.
And
Are you talking about Cisco?
No. We're talking about Supergirl.
Hey, you get my references.
Yeah, I got your reference.
Yeah, that's good. That's some good shit, isn't it?
Stop it. Which, by the way, like, I would not say no. I wouldn't have said no to her. There was no way I was going to deny her.
You talking about Brit?
No, no. I was actually talking about the Flash episode when, you know.
Oh!
Yeah, that whole thing between those two.
I'm sorry. I wouldn't have said no to her either.
Right?
But then again, I'm not going to get into it.
It's so good.
Too addicted. Hashtag too addicted.
So Supergirl is... oh, man.
Supergirl's gonna be pretty good though.
I have a lot
of the DC shows right now.
Comic TV takeover.
Yeah.
So with Supergirl, we have her. I'm guessing she's in. I don't even think she's in Metropolis. I'm not really sure which city she's in. They didn't really say, but I mean, we're basically meeting Kara as like she knows she has powers. She's done nothing with it. She's been a good girl, and so.
A good favorite.
The innuendo's off the chain right now. I'm sorry.
I know. It's just like we're just like one. That's what she said. Joke away from having to stop.
So with this, we got Super, and so finally Kara's like, you know what? I'm tired. I want to actually do something about this, and she goes and saves her sister Alex from a plane, and she can't even fly. She learns to fly, which is always a nice thing to see from any super family. It's like, oh, you can't fly? That's just such a shame. Oh, you're learning? That's cool. Faceplant. And break the cement. So, and we're seeing her, like, that 6-minute trailer was just, so how do you feel about a car chase? I can do a car chase. Whoosh. So that's what the cape is for. Aerodynamics. Which, I never knew that. Which, The Incredibles from Pixar and Disney has taught me, no capes. No capes.
No capes.
That's a good lesson, by the way. So yeah, no capes. But and so it's like bank robbery at blah 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 blah. It's like, are you bulletproof? I don't know. It walks over. It's like, oh, I'm bulletproof. It's like, oh my god, this is so awkward for her. And oh man, I have a really good feeling about Supergirl. It will probably be campy. And there's already a lot of hate for it. There's a lot of hate for the fact that Jimmy Olsen is a black guy. Which...
Do it the times, people. It's 2015.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, black people are reporters. You know, there's a black Jimmy Olsen, a black Perry White. You know? And, you know, army sidekicks, they can be black too. Diggle, the black army guy on Supergirl. So, you know, stereotypes. I don't know what to say. That was so awkward when I put that two and two together. I'm like, wait a minute. All the black sidekicks are either army people or news reporters in DC?
Was that you that tweeted that out? Somebody tweeted out an image.
Which one?
Oh my god. It was like behind every good Superman, there's a black man backing him up.
Yeah, that was me. That was me. Because you had Lucius Fox for Batman. It's true. It's so
Yeah.
true.
I like
Yeah.
that.
I'm glad me
My
and you
brother's got my
that
back.
Nice. That's right. I'm black in the eyes of the federal government.
In
So-
real life, one of my best friends is actually black. I'm more like his sidekick, though.
It's like, I have one friend.
No, like, okay, my lifestyle is I'm more attracted to black women.
Yeah, he takes the black woman and I take the white ones.
There
Or
you
you
go,
know,
yeah.
or you know, Asian sometimes.
Yeah, Asian.
Oh my god.
Only sometimes.
Brittany
How you
has
doing?
a-
Black man to play Baker this week.
And now Brittany leaves the call. Yep, there.
Yep. There it goes.
Sorry, my neighbors are playing like really, really loud music right now.
Oh my
so-
god! We
Can you hear
hear
that?
we hear the reverb.
I live right next.
I don't know what they're doing, but it's like really loud.
We're having a party. You should come over.
Yeah. Britt, I hate to tell you, we already knew that because Trex is outside your window.
Wow.
And
Or was he holding up the box? Is that-
Having the podcast in a van right across the street.
That's why you only see the green screen when I have my webcam up.
We know you're wearing pink, Brittany. She's like, oh fuck.
The views are reflected on this
I
podcast.
just
Do
closed
not.
the curtains. What the hell?
You also have intel that you are slightly Asian.
You have lovely curtains, by the way. They go with the room. I don't know.
You also that you're female.
Wow. So Supergirl is looking to be so far, and they released a 6-minute trailer, which I recommend watching the 6-minute trailer, and they also released a promo for it as well. And also be sure to watch the trailer for Legends of Tomorrow, coming to CW this early 2016. And so really we're only waiting for Titans. That's coming to TNT. We're waiting for that trailer to come up. And then Constantine.
Got canceled.
Constantine did not get picked up by NBC. But
That sucks.
it is still possible to stay alive. Warner Brothers is shopping around to different networks. And I am putting my hat... If they can do the budget, I want Hulu. I doubt Hulu can really do the budget for Constantine, but or even Netflix. I'm okay with Netflix.
Did you see all the things that were coming out after the announcement of Constantine was canceled about what Stephen Amell was saying about how there could have been a crossover between Constantine and Arrow?
Yeah.
With the Lazarus pit and everything.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Steven, hold on. Check this out, Vagrant. Check this out. Stephen Amell came out publicly and said, whoever picks up the Constantine show, he will guest star. Stephen Amell promises, guarantees, he will make an appearance on Constantine if someone picks it up. Now, one, Steven, holy crap, dude, you have that's a pretty big ego. I love Steven, but holy crap, that's an ego right there. Two,
His cousin's gonna be like, you need me too.
yeah, Robbie's just like, let's do this, man. You need some Firestorm? Whoosh! Let's do this.
Yeah.
But two, for the love of God, can a network please pick this up so we can have Stephen Amell, a.k.a. Arrow, and Constantine? Can we please have this mash? Can we make Constantine in the Arrowverse, please? Thank you. Please, thank you, please. And at the same time, CW, I'm looking at you. You have Flash. We see your budget. Constantine is less than that. Keep that in mind. Those Angel Wings are not the same price as those Flash Speedster moves, okay?
Why doesn't CW just pick it up?
I don't know what they're doing. They're probably just waiting. They're probably just waiting. Decon, do not make me go and smack you. I will smack you. Stephen Amell, Captain Amell.
Man, where you at?
He is a good man.
Stephen Amell. Come on, man. Say his name right.
Stephen Amell. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. My throat's getting dry. Stephen Amell, not Emil. Stephen Amell. My bad. He's Canadian. He has a.
Do you need a beer?
I do need a beer.
Quench your thirst.
I do.
Freaking alcoholic.
Excuse me, sir. I'm not an alcoholic. I don't go to meetings. I am not a meeting guy.
Old joke.
What are you, Laurel?
Right.
Still relevant.
What are you, the dick cop that nobody liked in Arrow season 3?
Damn, dude, that hurt.
You gotta admit he was being kind of a B this season.
He was.
He was being all butthurt. You didn't tell me that Sarah died. Laurel's like, who cares?
Stop being.
The city's and then they get shot at, and he's like, I'm still mad at you. And Laurel's like, really?
What's in that top drawer?
It wasn't really that bad because it's basically like, dude, you saw Roz, right? And he's like, yeah. And she's like, you know, he's like not good. And he's just like, I don't care. And then everybody like in like universal secession was just like flips table.
Exactly. So, it's a comic TV takeover coming next year. It's we got Arrow coming back for season 4. We got Flash coming back for season 2. We have a full season of Supergirl. We have Legends of Tomorrow coming out in 2016. I know we're DC oriented, but should we talk about Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.?
I've never liked this show.
I need to watch the season
okay.
finale stuff.
I will say this at least. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., this is the end of their second season. Season 3 is coming out next year, or later this year, in the fall. And also Peggy Carter's coming back for season 2. Yes.
Yeah.
For Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.,
yes.
I have found their formula. I found their formula for their show. The first little bit of the season is good. It's great. It pops. It's amazing. The middle of it is fluff. It gets really boring. But then that end, the last few episodes, especially when it ties into a movie, blows up. So that's their formula. If you can start off great, if you can survive the middle crap that just may bore you to death, stick with it because the ending will be spectacular. Spectacular. And the season finale, 2-hour season finale, did not disappoint. Worth every minute. Especially the last scene before it cuts to black. I could have flipped cars. Flipped a car. Wow. Cannot wait for the next season. Cannot wait for more Inhumans. Yes. So, and yes, American Idol finally got canceled, so let's all praise God. Let's all praise the mighty Jeebus. Because the Lord was finally listening. It took him about, 14 seasons? 14 years?
He finally said his body was ready.
But alright, as usual, it's time for the shameless plug. So, be sure to find us over on the social media, over on Facebook and the Twitter. Just type in DCUO SourceCast, or just type in SourceCast, and you'll find us. You'll find all the episodes in video format over at youtube.com/Trexlight in the SourceCast playlist. And you can also find the episodes in MP3 format either at Trexlight.com, or you can go over to iTunes and type in DCUO SourceCast, and you'll find us there as well. If you guys have any questions or any topics you guys want us to talk about, be sure to hit us up on Gmail. You can email us at dcuosourcecast@gmail.com. Soups, where can we find you?
You can, of course, find me at youtube.com/thedaddy'shouse. You can also find me on Facebook/thedaddy'shouse. I am also on the Twitter at thedaddy'shouse there, and occasionally streaming here in 12 or 6 specials here on Twitch at /thedaddy'shouse as well. Vagrant, where can we find you at, sir?
All my dead channels.
.com.
Facebook/Vagrant Game, YouTube /The Alpha Tester, Twitter /Vagrant_Gaming, and Twitch /Vagrant Gaming. I actually have a reboot coming soon.
Oh yeah.
It's kind of already in the works. I'm already doing stuff in other places. It'll just be underneath a different name. Because I've never liked Vagrant Gaming, like 90% of YouTube have gaming right after their name.
I was the same way.
Yeah, I don't like having gaming as like a freaking thing after that. I think it's really stupid. And most people will be like, oh, so you're like everybody else. And I'm like, no, wait, come back.
You understand I'm still calling you Vagrant from now on, right?
That's alright, because that's what I'm called in DC.
Good.
But my YouTube and my social media will have different names and such. I don't know if you guys would care to change it on there, because I don't really, it doesn't really matter, but the social media will be different soon.
You let me know, and I will update the graphic.
Okay, I'm good with
it. Britt, where can we find you?
On Twitter at @pinkranger_206, on Twitch at Brittany_, and I guess on YouTube.com/pinkranger206. Trex, where can I find you?
You can, of course, find me over at Facebook.com/Trexlight, over at YouTube.com/Trexlight. You be sure to follow on the channel right here that you're listening in or watching at Twitch.tv/Trexlight. And you can find me on, especially on the Twitter. I love the Twitter. I think Bob tweeted something Spanish. It was weird. I didn't know these words that she said. You can find me over at Twitter.com or at ThisIsTrex.
And at your local Taco Bell.
I don't like Taco Bell.
Damn it. I had like 1 in 12 chances, however many fast food restaurants there are.
All right, name another one.
Zaxby's.
Not so much. It's not that I don't like the food. Hold on.
Don't lie.
Stop it. It's not that I don't like it. I just don't go to it because the location that we have here on Lake Murray Boulevard is horrible because it's the entrance and exit is too much of a stress, and I don't want to deal with that.
That's true.
Where?
That's kind of a rare thing down here. You don't see it very much. Yeah, you don't see it very much.
Well, what's it called?
Checker.
The closest Checkers is in... I just went there in Atlanta.
Huh.
That's the closest one.
I'm going to Atlanta 2 weeks from now.
Well, I'm not, so, that's not cool.
For MomoCon.
You're going to MomoCon?
Yeah!
Damn it!
Jesus Christ.
I really wanted to go to that.
Yeah. Anybody want to cosplay for me? Just saying.
Cosplay for you?
Be so good. Be so good if you cosplay for me. Just saying.
I do enjoy the Bojangles. That is no lie.
You would.
Guess what? Well, I don't eat the fried chicken, I tell you that.
Oh.
Well, those biscuits are really good, though. So good.
So good.
So good.
What, Ixie? What? What do you mean, oh my god?
She just wants to say it now before later. Holy shit. Can't believe I said that. That kind of slipped out. Oh, man.
What?
Oh, my god.
She wants to say it now before she says say it later.
Oh, now I get it. Oh,
oh my gosh. That was just whoops.
It was so good.
Oh my. Oh well, that's gonna get me in trouble.
That happened.
All right. So don't leave the stream just yet. We're gonna end the podcast, and then we're gonna go into the giveaways in just a moment. So I just want to say thank you all for listening in to this episode. It was so good. It
You
was.
love it. You love the attention. You love the attention, girl.
She does. That's why Pixie, Brittany, and Rooted are all going to have their own episode on May 29th.
Rooted to agree to it?
Rooted agreed to it.
She was all like, "It's gonna be so good.
It's going to be so good.
It's gonna be so good."
So yeah, I'll go ahead and announce this now. On May 29th will be DCUO Goes Pink Part 2.
Pink.
Revenge of the Pink.
Oh my gosh.
I will of course be on the call, but I'm only there because I have to record it. But we'll have Brittany, Pixie, and Rooted on the show talking about all things pink and
Talking about how things are pink.
and how things should be pink.
How everything is pink. How everybody on the inside is pink.
And so we don't know what we're going to talk about just yet. It just depends on what happens throughout the week. But we'll also get their takes on the game, on how it is. It'll be the first time Rooted's on the show, and she expects an hour-long show. Yeah, it's 2 hours like is 1 hour Canadian for 2 hours in American? Is that the conversion rate?
Yeah.
I just need to know because
I'm 23, Pixie. Of course, I'm gonna be a perv. The youngest one on this podcast. Jeez.
Such a youngin. So tune in for the 29th. We'll have the All Pink podcast. It's
gonna be so bad.
It's gonna be so bad.
No, it's not gonna be so bad. It's gonna be so good.
Is Rooted here? I just wanted to make sure if I had missed her or not. But yeah, it's gonna.
I don't think she's here tonight. I'm not sure where she's at.
Oh my god! I never even thought about Ticken being on the show.
Get SJ.
That would be the opportune moment for SJ to come on, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
It's like here's the all girl stream. SJ, go to it.
She'll be like,
what was that, Brittany?
She'll be like, I'm gonna get there. So good. She'll casually say it. She'll just be like, I'm so good.
Okay, so I see people in chat. They want SJ.
Tweet to SJ saying that people on the stream wanted her on there. Everybody on the stream retweet Trex's post so SJ sees it.
No. Everyone on Twitter, everyone on the stream, you need to tweet. Was it at Nerd of Prey? That's her handle?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
At Nerd of...
We got 72 people watching right now. I better see 72 tweets tweeting to SJ.
We're okay with 50 because we know 12 of you guys might not have Twitter. And that's okay.
True. You mean 22 because you can't do math.
Thank you. The other ones might not just be on social media because they're weird and hipsters.
It's okay. Brittany was thinking in her head, man, I need to correct that shit right now.
I didn't want to embarrass him.
Now you don't want to embarrass me. Now you choose that. You choose your battles, it seems. Understood.
She's butthurt because apparently you're going to be doing something with Pixie later.
Oh, I'm not. Just the opposite.
Dang, Goo, that hurts. That hurts,
Goo. What's the opposite of butthurt?
Not butthurt?
What would be the opposite of that?
I don't know.
Don't say
I don't want to know. I don't want to know. I just don't want to know.
Don't you dare.
So, don't type it either. So, everyone needs to go tweet at Nerd of Prey and tell her that she needs to be on the All Pink podcast on May 29th. Everyone needs to do it. Everyone. And all the people listening to this on audio or wherever you're listening to it, keep tweeting her until she agrees. In which, once she agrees, she needs to tag me. So I know that she did it.
Until she agrees or blocks you.
Whichever comes first.
Whichever comes first, yes. Yeah.
I don't know if A equals D is a little too far. Sarctic. 8 equals D kind of seems weird.
But okay, yeah. So stay tuned for that. And then next week, of course, we'll be back talking about more about DC Universe Online. There's no FNL next week. It's their off week. So, and we'll still be starting up at 8 o'clock over here at twitch.tv/Trexlight. So thank you all so much for watching. By the way, this is not our longest podcast. We've had longer. So be forewarned with that.
Longer.
That's what she said. There it is. We finally got it.
Oh my God, we did. Perfect time to end it. So, stick around. Don't leave the stream just yet. We got the giveaway coming up. So thank you all so much for watching.
We're gonna be giving away a PS card, but not to you, King Master.
Unless you win, randomly. It's a random thing.
I mean, if that's the only reason he's here, he needs to get GTFO.
All right. Project Icy wants a drunk podcast.
Actually, you guys.
I'm already halfway there.
Everybody out there that knows who King Master Nova is, that is Captain Nova, I believe, that is in my league, and I'm going to be debuting his singing performance on my channel here shortly.
Ooh. Oh, also, I'm writing up a new song.
I'm scared.
It's Calabat Girl.
Hot.
You are about 4 DLCs late for that joke, sir.
I don't care. No one has come up with a song for it yet. I'm doing it.
Calabac Girl. Yeah. I'm down.
It's still in the writing process. I've been listening to Gwen Stefani that song nonstop today. I think I might be going crazy. I'm not sure just yet. It's weird.
He's shitting grannies.
Wow. So thank you all so much for watching. We'll see you guys next week for the SourceCast, same time at 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific if you're part of them. If you're not in those two time zones, World Clock. Google it. So good edition. Thank you, Epic Lurker. That's exactly what this is. So, we will see you guys next week. Everybody say good night.
Bye.
Good night. Good night.
Really wasn't expecting it all at once, but that works. Oh.
So good.
Oh my God.